muted. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? So, it's Natasha.
And I'm Bill.
And we're with Nursing Our Travel Bug. So, first and foremost, we hit 100 subscribers. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I'd move more, but I'd elbow her in the head.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No. So, yay, we reached a super big milestone. And why it's so important is now when you are Googling YouTube or you're looking up YouTube channels, instead of typing XYZ hashtag number 25647, you can say youtube.com/nursing or travel bug. Woo! So that's exciting. So we thank all of you for making that happen. We love you, and we hope you love us and our content and enjoy following along on our journey. Yeah.
So this is our first live stream, and Mr. Garrett is here from Diary of a Family. I see he's watching.
Hey, Garrett.
And you helped us through some of the troubles we are having. But I think hopefully it's working. If you can hear us, that is a good thing. I should make the chat bigger, otherwise I need to do this to see what people are saying. Because I'm old and I have bifocals now.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. And one of the things we'd been up to is getting new glasses. You know, when we're on the road, you still got to tackle all those everyday things. So it's been like 2 years, and we all got new specs, and this one had to get bifocals this year.
It's true.
So I'm
gonna work on that.
Okay. So while he's working with the chat room stuff, the first thing we want to talk to you all about is kind of what we're up to. That's the whole point of doing this live stream. Here in Florida, we have been crazy busy. Just go, lots to see, lots to do. So we haven't been able to stay on top of our videos as much as we would hope, because our goal is really getting a video out to you guys every Tuesday. So we kind of failed because here it is Wednesday night. So the first thing we want to catch up with you all on is the last couple of months, each of our children have had their birthdays. Will was at the end of March. Bella was at the end of April. So we now have a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old. Preteen years. Yay.
Mm-hmm. They are getting older, which is actually kind of cool because for their birthdays, both of them got to spend some time with some friends we've met down here through hashtag Fulltime Families.
Yes.
So once again, that's coming through, which is great because they are able to socialize, which is most people's concern.
Yes.
And we're having lots of fun. Haha, not as old as your mom. Ha!
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
Love you, Mom. Yeah.
Ha ha.
So we had we celebrated their birthdays. We actually had a party here at the RV. So it was our first birthday party in the RV for Will, because there were 3 other full-time families staying at our RV park now. So we had him over for pizza, cake, and ice cream, and just hung out. So that was fun. A lot of them have moved on to other parks. One family was still here in Orlando, just in a different park. So the next month, when it was Bella's birthday, she had met a friend here in the RV park, and they've really hit it off. So she had that friend come over and hang out, and we went to a movie and had Bella's favorite meal, and they played games, and we had a fire, roasted marshmallows, cake and ice cream, all the jazz. So yeah, that's what the kids have been up to with birthdays.
It was fun. What else have we been doing? Well, going along with kind of our 2-year anniversary, we're going to talk about this more later in videos, but we've had a few visitors down here. My brother had come along, and with his lady friend Deb, we had some good times. And my mother had just left last week, and we drug her all around Disney, and that was fun. It was her first time going to Disney, of course, and growing up, it was always just kind of I don't know if it was really a dream. We just, that's not really going to happen. Like, Adventureland, Worlds of Fun. That's the dream if you're in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah. And have we gotten sick of it yet? Not really.
No, the segueing, we'll go ahead and hop into Disney. So that's been the other thing that we've been doing. So we knew if we took a contract in Orlando, since we'd be here for 3 months, we knew that we would do Disney. So we decided, instead of doing like the 4-day pass that a lot of folks do when they come on vacation, we said, well, let's just do it till we can't stand it anymore. So we got a season pass. So we're trying to go like all the time when we're on our off days. In the beginning, we didn't get the passes until like the first week of April. And then they had blackout dates for the 2 weeks in the mid-April, actually, when one of our visitors was here, so it was okay. But now that the blackout dates are over, like, we're just go, go, go. So, yeah, his mom was here last week, and so this is our first week that we haven't had the blackout dates, and we've gone twice, but we've gone to just the 2 different parks. But basically, we're just trying to see as much of Disney as possible, because it's huge. Like, we've spent 8 hours at a park, and you still don't see everything. And then the lines are crazy, so you don't get to ride every ride or see every experience. So, yeah, even, go, go, go for, like, the last 6 weeks, like, we're still seeing new things at Disney. So, that's taken up a lot of our time. And a lot of our video footage.
Yes. Diary of a Family, you're asking when that Star Wars land is opening? The construction, I believe it's August.
Yeah.
So steer clear for like 2 years after it opens. But I mean, there's Star Wars stuff sprinkled in Hollywood Studios. There's a Star Wars simulator. You ever go to like your local mall and they have like that simulator box that you get into, and it's usually like a roller coaster? This was like Star Wars themed. And I guess we can tell you more about the rides. We had a funny to me experience today. But along with these Star Wars rides, there's a simulator where you get in. We all kind of felt nauseous afterwards because you're
zooming all
and
over.
You're dropping and you're slamming back in your seat and you're just staring at a screen inside a box, basically.
Yeah.
But then we finally got a fast pass for the new Avatar ride. That's one of the biggest, newest attractions. We were excited.
Yes.
It was cool.
2.5 hour wait on average. 2.5 hours to ride this brand new ride, because Pandora is new to Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Yep, but people have told us you just stick to it. You just hit the app, refresh over and over, and eventually it might pop up. So we did that, and we got a fast pass. It was fun. It was another motion sickness kind of simulator ride, but you're like sitting on a Banshee, if you're familiar with Avatar. You're
flying
sitting
creature.
on it.
Yeah.
You're watching a screen. It'll rock a little, and then if you go by a waterfall, mist of hopefully water hitting your face.
Yeah.
Who knows what it is?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's water. It's Disney.
Yeah.
It's magical water.
Yeah. But again, you're physically moving. You're sitting in what looks like a motorcycle kind of thing, but you're physically moving. You're tilting, you're moving, you're going back and forth, and then the screen is coming at you at various speeds, fast or slow. So it's almost like virtual reality. So yeah, towards like the back third of that, I had to close my eyes and just go with it because it made me really nauseated. So the simulators it's super cool, but it really messes with me personally. So yeah, it just
like today was pretty kind of a funny story. We went back to Epcot and then we were going to go on this mission space ride.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're standing in line, they warned you about 20 times. If you're prone to motion sickness or afraid of heights or afraid of closed spaces.
Closed dark spaces.
That'd be like all three for her right there.
Yeah.
Do not go on this ride. So we get in this pod. And they're like, okay. Well, first off, they're like, sir, you need to put your legs further down because this contraption's going to come right into your knees.
Yeah. And Bill is 6'10", and most of that height is his legs. Yeah. So it's always tricky fitting in any ride we've done at Disney.
Yeah. So this contraption comes forward, and immediately I'm like, okay, this is like digging into my knees. It's ripping my skin. This is not going to work. Yeah. And it wasn't working for Natasha.
No, so you're sitting in a chair and you have little dividers next to you. And then you have a chest harness over top of you holding it in. And then they have in front of you your control panel. And it's a pretty good distance away. So I'm like, okay, I've got space. But then as soon as they lock you in and load you up, this wall comes towards you. So you're sitting in your own capsule. And this is what I see right here. A box in my face, and I just freaked out. I was just banging on the walls. Help! Let us out! let us out! We can't do this! Like, really loud because I wanted them to hear me. Oh.
And they let us out for the ride. They're like, okay,
God.
Get out of here, weirdos. What are you doing? Well, the one guy was like, sorry, I'm so sorry. But it was funny.
Yeah, I'm sure they were laughing in the background. But yeah, so that was our fun Disney experience. But aside from that, everything else has been magical. So we've really been enjoying our time at Disney. And it's taking up a lot of our time. Hence our first live stream.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have our notes. We have to talk about things going on. What else have the kids been up to? Shortly after we got here, we are right outside a town called Winter Garden. They have a nice little downtown area, and they have a neat music shop there. So we got hooked up for piano lessons, and the kids are still going strong with that. One thing they do there, which is kind of cool, they have these kids' workshops where they teach them a popular song. This last time it was Havana by some popular artist.
Havana, ooh, na, na. My heart is in Havana, ooh, na, na. That song.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So then they play the keyboard, and it's kind of cool because there's all sorts. There's somebody with a violin, a flute, and of course drums, bass, electric guitar.
Vocal singers.
Yeah. So it's kind of neat. So got to experience that. They were nervous, but they rocked it. They did amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they conquered their fear because we've been doing piano lessons with Bella for I think 3 years now. Will's been doing the lessons for 2, since we've been on the road for the 2 years. So, we keep telling them, Bill and I were in band when we were in school, and we had individual recitals and, big rehearsals and stuff. So we keep telling them you need to get out and perform and share your gifts with others. And that whole idea of being on stage really freaked them out. But they braved it and they were amazing. So now they have that confidence and, can continue sharing their gifts and building this stuff on the road. So that's what the kids have been up to.
Should we answer Jason's question?
Do you ever go northwest or southwest? Why, it's funny you mention that because we have been in Orlando now for 8 weeks. Yes. So my contracts are for 13 weeks at a time, so 3 months. So we are in the back third of our contract. We've got about, God bless you, we've got about 4 weeks left. So now is when we start looking at our next adventure. So far with our contracts, we've done North Dakota, North Carolina, Texas, Arizona, Minnesota, Louisiana, and now Florida. So our goal this year is to kind of see the East Coast. So we want to head up and down the coast. So it's heading into summertime. So we also try to chase the seasons since we travel in the RV. So ideally, our next destination will be in the Northeast. So we're kind of looking at the Pennsylvania line and north from there. I did get a job. Well, a job hit the desk at my travel agency for a PCU position in New Hampshire that was paying excellent amount of money. Which we haven't seen because Louisiana and Florida are probably some of the least paying locations, at least what we've experienced so far. So we have a potential one in New Hampshire. I just haven't heard anything back from the facility yet, but it's only been a day, so we'll see.
Yeah.
With that one.
That was sweet. Shown you in our previous videos. If we could, we'll put that up there eventually. Ha! That you've seen the process, so even though that's one that's already been thrown at us, may not be where we're going, or who knows, we could end up in Alaska. We could try the Northeast and end up wherever.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. But
we'll see.
Just because we say that's where we want to go, it doesn't always work out. It just kind of depends on the contracts and what's available. But it does seem like there's quite a few contracts available in Maine and New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut. So that's what we're looking at. We were totally open to New York and Pennsylvania, but I guess New York takes like 2 months, 2 months to 6 weeks to get licensed in. And Pennsylvania, I think, takes 2 to 4 weeks. So yeah, I could get the nursing license in time, but I wouldn't be able to lock down a job without having the nursing license. So those 2 states are probably out right now, but we'll see. It's kind of where we have to put our faith in the good Lord that He'll point us in the right direction and He'll provide. But yes, our plan, going back to your question, Jason, our plan is doing East Coast this year. We'll come back down to the South for wintertime, and then try and do West Coast next year. Yeah.
Katie, what's Katie think?
She didn't know Bella was learning the piano.
Well, she is learning the piano. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It is a great instrument to learn. Absolutely. Yeah, low pay in Louisiana. Diary of a family.
Yep.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. Spend all your money on crawfish.
Yes.
Boudin. Delicious.
Yum.
Back to the food. Anyway. So one thing we came across with New Hampshire that we were kind of concerned about going up to New England was the price of these RV parks.
Mm-hmm.
So we always do like initial research just to see what's available, and a lot of them, the monthly was like the cheapest we saw was $800.
$900.
Probably didn't include electricity though.
Yeah.
Up to $1,200 a month for a probably strip of grass to park your RV at.
Yeah. So, and we know there's different cost of living in different areas, and that's a highly desirable area this summertime. But that by far would be the most we've ever paid for an RV spot. So, so New England is kind of a slap in the face, I guess, for a wake-up call for RV lots and monthly fees and stuff. So that's kind of our other factor. Like, we got to look at that and make sure we find a contract that financially makes sense for those rates. So just kind of piggybacking off of that, the fact that these RV parks cost so much, we're also thinking of trying to brainstorm other ways we can save money or be efficient. We would love to boondock, and for those of you not in the RV realm, what boondocking is being self-sufficient, having a fully contained RV. So you supply your own water, or you fill up your own water, you have a power source, and you just park your RV in some public land. And you maintain it that way, as opposed to plugging in and having endless water and endless power. But we're not set up for that, so that's kind of out of the picture. The other thing that we looked at is a campground membership. A lot of folks down here in Florida that we've met belong to this group called Thousand Trails.
Right. So, and in doing that, and we haven't talked turkey quite yet about what the cost is up front, but in doing that, we're kind of, I mean, we haven't discussed all of it yet, and we would sort of be committing to spending our winters in Florida. Maybe there's a lot of these Thousand Trails parks in Florida, so it might be easier, because usually with those you can only spend probably the highest tier, the most one that's going to cost the most. You can only spend 3 weeks in one park, then you have to move.
Right.
But an area like Orlando, there's at least 4 or 5 different parks, I think, that you can bounce to. Whereas, like some places, there's 2 or 1, or if any. Like back where we're from, Nebraska and Iowa, there's not any. So if we take a job there, we'd be paying for it ourselves, of course. But with this group, once you pay for it, you're staying for free.
Right. It's like a timeshare, a campground timeshare. So you either do a payment plan, or you give them a big fat chunk of money and say, okay, now we get to stay here for free, and we pay like a flat fee every year for like membership dues, which probably takes care of like your maintenance and your electricity and stuff like that. But if we could lock it down and we could get in on this Thousand Trails, and they're affiliated with other campgrounds and whatever, we could essentially camp for free and save money that way. So we're just in the process of researching it. We've got a point person who sells these Thousand Trails memberships we're talking to, that we met at the Fulltime Family Rally. So we're just doing the research, but we're kicking that around too, trying to figure that out. Yeah.
$9.50 in Washington. Yeah. Well, yeah, we lived in Portland, Oregon for a little bit, so I'm guessing everything's pricey.
Well, I think Tammy and Justin pay like $1,200 a month for their RV resort in what's the northeast part of Portland? Gresham?
Sure.
Gresham. Yeah. So yeah, it's pricey up there, but it's a higher cost of living too. So I guess it balances out.
Yeah. Then when we were in Louisiana, we paid $4.50 a month. That included electricity.
Yeah.
And that was right outside New Orleans, which to me that was a gem. I mean, they didn't have amenities, but they had a washer and dryer and shower facilities and really nice people, and they had get-togethers and potlucks.
Yeah. Things that we have to weigh every time we get a new contract and every time we move to a new area. So yeah.
What else is coming up? We're wrapping up the school year, sort of. School here in Florida's been a little bit different.
Yes.
Because about the visitors coming and spending a lot of time at Disney. So we're like, hey, we got a fast pass. We'll do school later. And Natasha works 3 days a week, so we can do school. And really our school week's like 4.5 days, because Friday with our program that we use is always really light on Friday. But the kids still. And we might get done with school in a couple hours, but then the kids, they read, they practice piano, they usually do their Spanish with Rosetta Stone, and do dishes, and screw around, and pet the dog. And so by the time the day's actually done and they're ready to try to go outside or play video games, it's probably 3 or 4 o'clock.
So school's been erratic. You know, usually we're like Monday through Thursday, and then, have the weekends. But with my schedule, it's been, okay, school is when mom is working, and then our off days are our fun days. So, we've got a checklist and a syllabus and stuff, so we can at least check the days that we've done. But I think we have like 6 or 7 weeks left of the school year. So, yeah, I'm sure the kids are excited to be wrapping that up. And I know we'll be excited to wrap that up.
Sort of. Then we just have to find them something else constructive to do during the day.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what's been going on. I guess we just need to talk to you about our type of school.
Are you doing an online course? Well, Garrett, you should have watched our previous video. Just kidding. No, we cover. We are using a program. It's book-based. It's called My Father's World. It's Christian-based, and it's got a nice program. And a lot of people talk about Sunlight. I'm sure you've heard of that. This is kind of like Sunlight, watered down, less books.
It's not watered down. It's the same material. It's just less text. It's just less books because they have a book reading list.
Right.
And we're just given the list, and we can check them out at the library, which works really well because we go from library to library.
Or Sunlight will say, these are the books you should read, and here's all of them with your package.
Yes.
My Father's World says, here's some books that would go along with what you're reading. Go to the library and pick them up.
Right.
Boo!
And we like it because we can teach the core curriculum to both children at the same time. Now, Bella's she's getting older. So in, I think, a year or two, we'll have to start looking at different programs for her. But in the beginning, we had to go with the textbook stuff because we didn't have reliable internet. Well, now that we've got an internet package that we can pretty much use anywhere, and we don't have, the slow down speeds after, certain gigabyte usage and whatever. Yes, the Verizon Jetpack. We can pretty much use internet whenever and however much we want. So that's another thing we talk about doing this summer is doing a little bit more research and looking at different online programs. If not for the whole curriculum, it may be for one aspect like mathematics or language arts or something like that. So yeah.
That is a good one. And we're just giving you crap, Garrett. We know. We support each other. We all watch each other's stuff.
Yeah. It's fun.
Morocco. That sounds lovely. We went to Morocco at Epcot. That was fun.
That was beautiful. We got to meet Jasmine in Morocco. That was awesome.
Never actually been to actual Morocco.
No. Well, we'd love to travel outside the United States, but someday.
All right. So that was fun. Our first live video.
Yeah.
So we're. Oh, how many hours would you say their school days are? Well, of actual schools, like work stuff we do together, it's probably
between 2 and 4.
Will wants to tell you he doesn't have a shirt on.
No.
You guys want to see a shirtless boy?
No, that's not appropriate. It's fine.
Inappropriate.
Between 2 and
boy
4.
Nipples.
Stop. And it depends. Like Monday is our heavy day. So Monday is usually a really long day where when we're sitting down all together doing stuff together, it's like 4 hours. But then, like Bill said, we break off and they do their reading time, they do their piano lesson time, or their piano practice time, they do their Spanish time. So all of that stuff adds up as well. But yeah, and then we have shorter days where, if they're on task, and if it's the concepts that they're learning, they're picking up really quickly. Math is always a struggle. We can get it done in maybe like 2.5 hours. Yeah.
Shout out to Madison, the question police. No question for you.
Yeah.
What's up, Will? Will's raising his hand like he's in school.
Have dessert.
Yeah, have some dessert. Sounds great.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. Wrapping up. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're making videos. We got a few in the hopper, as I like to say. So we're going to show you what we did with my brother and Deb when they came here. We went to a place called Icon Park, which is tourist trap.
Yeah. But it was fun.
And we had fun. Yeah. We went swimming and had some good dinners, and lunch and whatnot. And
then our time spent with the ma while she was here. We'll have a little bit of footage in that.
Yes.
Tons of Disney footage. We have to figure out how to make that a cohesive video and not just a promotional video for Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah,
those are more for us. We know those aren't super popular, but I know some people like seeing what we're doing. And so those are fun for us. And we are coming up. This month is our 2-year, what they call nomad-iversary.
Oh, you remembered.
What should we buy the RV?
Right?
So we're trying to think of some themes for that. So going along with our visitors, we'll probably talk about our why. Why are we doing this? And a big part of that is seeing family that we don't see a lot, and
seeing places we've only dreamed of visiting.
Yeah.
That we never thought financially were in our future. So yeah, and we've never addressed our why. We've shared different experiences that we've had on the road, but we get asked a lot why choose this lifestyle. So yeah, I think we'll address that in our next video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we also sorry to cut you off there.
Oh no.
We may be addressing our some RV maintenance things that we have put off that someone's like, yeah, you should do that every 6 months or at least once a year. And there's some stuff that we're 2 years in, have yet to do. One of those is our bearings on our wheels. That's something we always say, we'll do it. But the stuff when you're full-time, because you got to take the RV in somewhere to get fixed up.
And we have food in the fridge. What are we going to do with that? Yeah.
We only have the one battery, so really probably get 4 to 6 hours off the battery if we're not plugged in somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're working on that.
Yeah. And then I'll get into some more travel nurse videos. We've done 2 of them that have gotten, some good feedback on. So, yeah, I wanted to do a couple more of those. Thinking about, maybe a video on how to get started in travel nursing or how to nail the interview. Just some more tips and tricks and helpful stuff for any travel newbies out there. Yeah. And of course, if there's anything that you all want to see, in our daily lives or anything that we do in this lifestyle, they'll let us know. Leave a little comment there or, shoot us a message about what you all want to see. We can work on it.
I think it was successful. Sometime this summer, you can find a way to Florida. I thought you were going to Gay Paris.
He's talking to Katie, his niece.
I thought you were going to France.
Yeah.
But yes, you should come see us. We won't be in Florida this summer. Screw that.
Yes.
Hot, sweaty.
Yeah.
Nah.
Carolyn, I would love to collaborate with you, Diary of a Family, with nursing stuff. That would be amazing. So yeah, we need to chat about that more. For sure. For sure. Yeah. So yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out and tuning in to us in our first live video. I hope we weren't too awkward and weird.
That's just us.
It's true.
That's the way we're gonna be.
Yeah. So until next week, Tuesday, 7, 8 Central, right? 6, 7 Central? Yeah, next Tuesday.
I don't know. We're playing around with that. See if our numbers change. But
yes.
Somewhere around then, usually Tuesday evening. That's where you can find our newest video.
That's right. Right. Thanks, everybody. Love ya. Mwah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
God bless us, everyone. How do we stop? Stop streaming. Bye.